Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, bringing you a game of Sabo. If I recall correctly, at the start of this, I run into, I struggle a little bit. So I get my camp on, get some kill streaks, and it helps us win the game. But I usually use my less impressive gameplays for stuff like Mail Monday that's totally not about the game. And let's get started. So Kyle asked via Twitter, can we have a photo of young Woody? Or they couldn't take photographs back then. So I wasn't sure how young he meant. My guess is that he'd like to see me somewhere around your age. I don't have that many pictures of me at like 5 years old or something, but if you'd like that, I'm sure I could hunt something down. My mother has most of them and she lives in Florida. Anyway, here's a picture of me. So this is my college ID from 1997. I think I was about 19 years old at the time. And anyway, that's what I look like. If you have any interest in Twitter, there's a link in the description. I try to make it worthwhile following me with entertaining stuff. Alright, this one I got a kick out of. He's 12 years old, and I'll start in the middle. There's this girl who tells all her friends that she hates me, but I really like her. And then a week ago, at the end of the school year, all my friends and her went to our local town. She took me around back of a fence where no one else could see me, and she told me that she really liked me, and she kissed me. And then we both walked around to the other side of the fence, and she slapped me and ran off to her friends. I'm getting really confused by this. Yeah, and I need some girl advice. Really? You found that confusing? Bitches be crazy, man. So she says she doesn't like you to all her friends and to you, and then she takes you around back of a fence where it's private. She starts kissing you, and then she goes public again, and suddenly she's hitting you and telling everyone that she doesn't like you. Dude, leave this girl at the door. I know you said you really like her, but goodness gracious, don't waste your time with this crazy wench. She's 12 years old. I can only guess she's, imitating things that she's seen on television, and, it feels like girlfriends are supposed to slap boyfriends, or I don't even know. But I do know that it's a complete waste of time to spend any emotional energy on her. So yeah, this isn't going to end well. I don't know. I suppose you could spend some time with her, but just understand that this isn't going to end well, that she's crazy, and you need to wait until she sanes up a bit, which for her might be a good 5-7 years off. Okay, for reasons I won't get into, this guy requires a higher level of anonymity than most of my Mail Monday people. So what I did is I sort of broke down his letter to just sort of the core points, and let's get into it. He's between 16 and 18 years old. He's had strong feelings for the same girl for several years. Recently, she spent the night at his house and things kind of clicked. The thing is this, it's his best friend's girlfriend, and he values his relationship with his best friend. So he tried to break up with her, and she started to cry hysterically. Dude, you hooked up with your best friend's girl. This is a severe violation of the bro code. It's just about unforgivable. I predict that at some point, the word is going to get out and you're going to lose your friend. Your best hope at this situation is to completely cut off relationship with this girl. Keep it to yourself and hope that she can do the same. And maybe when it eventually does come out, it will be years later. He'll have broken up with her and things will fade. You'll be 21 years old or something and he'll be like, yeah, I remember that. That was a douche move. But, you won't completely lose your relationship with this guy. What you're doing, and he didn't go into what happened the night that she spent with him. I don't know if he had sex with this girl or if they just kind of hooked up or emotionally connected or what. But you can't do that with this, best friend that you love like a brother. So, I guess I'll just reiterate what I said before. Cut it off. Stop it right here. Keep it to yourself. By sharing what you did with your friend, I think you're unburdening yourself and removing this, weight that you have on your shoulders. But nothing good comes out of it. This is a secret that you need to keep to the grave, and I don't think that that's actually going to happen. I bet she's confiding in her friends at this point too, not knowing what she should do, and the word will get out, and that really sucks, and you really blew it. And all you can do at this point is be the person that doesn't get the word out, and yeah. For the rest of you listening who haven't made this mistake already, maybe you're just sort of lusting after Jesse's girl or your friend's girl. There's an old song reference there. Don't act on that. This is not the right thing to do to your best friend. And you know, wait for that relationship to clear, and then, you know, work with him. There are plenty of girls out there without resorting to your best friend's girlfriend. That's the wrong way to do it. Dear Woody, I'm 14 and I'm having some troubles in and out of school. I'm getting bullied every day, physically and verbally shut out of conversations. Only a handful of people like me, and what's worse, I'm getting into girls. Could you please give me advice on how I can make them stop and sort out my problems with girls? If you could at least message me or help me, that would be great. Love the show. Keep it up. All right, this is a tough one. With regards to the bullies are hard to handle. One thing that does work is sticking around with the group of guys that you do get along with, and you know, bullies are less apt to pick on, you know, groups of people. You can stay you know, with teachers and things like that where they're powerless to do their thing. But it doesn't sound like bullies is the core of the message. The core of this whole thing is that you're not getting along with the kids in your class in general. All right, so let's give some rules on how to be a guy. The first thing, keep your chin up. And by that I mean, you know, literally keep your chin up. Try to carry yourself with a posture that shows that you have some sort of self-confidence, that shows that you're comfortable in your own skin. Now, I'm not looking for you to walk around like a peacock strutting your stuff all the time. But by and large, you know, you should look like you. And that's what I'm going for here. The next thing is this. You should be speaking up when you can improve upon silence. So a lot of people, especially young people, will sit there and chitter chatter all the time. You're just filling the empty air, or trying to be funny when they don't have anything particularly witty to say. And that's not who we want you to be. You know, you speak up when you can improve upon the silence. And this doesn't mean be some kind of reclusive hermit that doesn't know what to say next. But you know, what it does mean is that you avoid that chitter chatter begging for attention syndrome that sometimes people get into. The next thing is to be inviting. You know, don't play this like high school hierarchy game where, you know, you're trying to whatever, push some people below you on the social scale and reach people who are higher than you than the social scale. The perfect version of you doesn't even notice this like high school hierarchy, and instead, you know, you're inviting to everyone around you, and that's the key to popularity. I want you to be. Didn't it seem like a lot of those shots hit? For heaven's sakes, that wasn't a kill. I want you to be inviting to all the people around and nice to everybody. You know, don't try to blow out someone's candle to make yours burn brighter. And the last thing I'll say, you know, is if you identify people who are just hopeless, people who just don't know how to be pleasant to be around, give them their space, whether that be a mean girl or whether that be some jackass. You don't need to try to win them over. Just you know, exist in your own space and be happy, and with that, the people will eventually come flocking to you. So I hope that helps out. I hope that you guys enjoyed Mail Monday, and have a nice day. So you know what? I'm actually in a better mood when I feel like my recent track record of videos was good, like above average, and that's where I am right now. 2 recent videos that have been well received by you guys were a competitive game with call-outs. So you know those game battles games? This was a tournament where T. Martin and I played 2-on-2 in an attempt to get as far as we can, and this was the second game in the series. We had won the first one, and the other guys that we play against were pretty interesting to listen to. So I think you'll like that game. And then the bottom one was advice for college freshmen. Now, college freshmen in America are 18-year-olds who are going away from the house for the first time. It's a lot like university in Europe, or I think in Canada it's also called university. So yeah, anyway, the bottom video is for them, and it teaches them, you know, the things that they'll need to know as they leave their house and go off to school. And yeah, 2 videos. I think you'd like either one of them. I hope that you click on one and enjoy.